nature as the blueprint, ecological solutions are emerging to overcome the challenges of the new century. A new generation of designers, inventors, and everyday heroes are leading us from something must be done to something we can do. They're answering questions most of us don't even know to ask.
The flag is flying in the corner. Steaks on the grill, we're drinking gasoline. In little houses by the freeway, we're living large in our American dream. Come on now.
Hi, I'm Claude William Genest, and this is Regeneration. We're here to showcase the innovative and inspiring solutions that are changing our world for the better. We all know there is a problem, right? So what are the answers? Come with us as we explore the designs that are turning wastes into resources, problems into solutions, and mindsets around. Welcome to Regeneration, the art of sustainable living. Turns out that a lot of sustainable solutions are back to the future, where traditional wisdom and knowledge meet techno-savvy and a global perspective. Here at the Flack Family Farm, we're about to dive into the ecology of nutrition with information that many consider to be the raw truth.
Hi, I'm Doug Flack, and this is the Flack Family Farm. We're a diversified organic farm, also using biodynamic methods. And this farm is focusing on regeneration. Regeneration of human health does start on the farm and has to be farm-centered, because what goes onto the plate is the key medicine.
Hang on. Is this another one of those happy family farm shows? Do you really want to know where your food comes from?
Here you go, Leo.
Psst. Leo.
Who are you? And how did you know my name?
I am Morpheus. Have you heard of the Matrix?
The Matrix?
The Matrix is all around you, Leo. It is the story we tell ourselves about where meat and animal products come from. Take the blue pill and stay here in the fantasy. Take the red pill, and I'll show you the truth. This is a factory farm, Leo. Places like this are where most eggs, milk, and meat come from.
How did this happen?
In the mid-20th century, greedy agriculture corporations began modifying sustainable family farming to maximize their profits at great cost to both humans and animals. Factory farming was born. Animals are packed as closely together as possible. Most never see sunlight, touch ground, or get fresh air. These cruel conditions cause fights and disease amongst the animals.
What's that smell?
12 million pounds of excrement. This pollutes the air and groundwater. That's why communities near factory farms often suffer from high levels of related sicknesses. And what's more, factory farming corporations have been destroying communities and mistreating their workers for decades. Since 1950, over 2 million small hog farms have disappeared. If they continue at this rate, there'll be no real independent family farms left.
Regeneration on a farm is a fundamental underpinning of regeneration in our whole society. On a farm, it's got to start with the soils. In the regeneration process of our soils, we're concerned with returning high levels of organic matter into the soil and remineralizing the soil, bringing back the elements that have been lost. Vitamins really can't function without the minerals, particularly the trace minerals. They are the activators of vitamins.
Pasteurization sterilizes milk, destroying valuable enzymes, diminishing vitamin content and milk protein.
But I also would like to bring into that picture the fact that high-quality grass-fed animal fats then are the activators of the whole system. You can't really metabolize the minerals in your milk if it doesn't have fat in it. Skim milk is a large error. It's a mistake You're eating proteins and minerals that can't be metabolized properly without the fats. So all the skim milk that's in the stores ought to be all poured into buckets and barrels and taken to feed pigs, not humans.
So the skim milk that everyone goes out of their way to get,
Right.
for you is a waste product, basically,
Right.
going to feed the pigs, slop for the pigs.
Well, actually, I call it a gift, but it's a gift for the pigs. You know, we should be eating large amounts of butter, cream, whole milk.
Do you say this, or are people at home going to be jumping up and down for joy about the possibility of reintroducing that into their diets?
Oh my gosh.
Years of deprivation?
Yeah, deprivation, yeah. And older people particularly, because they recognize the truth. You know, the younger people have been submitted to such a lot of crap in the media and by professionals about the dangers of fat.
I just got to recapitulate what you just said because it comes so trippingly off your tongue, but it's pretty intense stuff. You're saying that the people going to the store to buy skim milk because they think it's good for them are gravely mistaken.
They are gravely
And the people who are avoiding the lard that you're creating with the skim milk are also gravely mistaken.
Absolutely.
Skim milk bad, lard good.
Yes.
Woo!
Yep. Lean meat bad, fatty meat good, but the fatty meat has to come from a grazing animal. It cannot come from a grain-fed animal. Fat is it, Claude. In the case of most farms, their soils are deficient in organic matter, they're deficient in minerals, macro and trace minerals, and so all the plants are deficient, and therefore the foods are deficient. So the first step in regenerating a farm, just for the sake of the farm organism being healthy, is to remineralize the farm. What we're doing is providing the minerals in a free choice form so that the cows, and different days, the cows select different things to eat. The soils are depleted from 200 years of farming without remineralizing. We have about 9 sources of minerals in different combinations, and the cows select them depending on how they feel. Food from a farm that's remineralized is actually medicine. Running a small diversified farm takes a lot of people. You know, so we've been sending the people into the cities for 150 years because of industrialization. We need to send them back onto the land and regenerate the land. The typical intern on this farm is college educated, sometimes with advanced degrees, and they've had jobs, you know, in the EPA or wherever, and they've decided that that's for the birds. So we're regenerating farmers.
A lot of people in our generation kind of are hyper-conscious about their consumption and interaction with the world, and it seemed like through agriculture and your food system, you could bring all of it back down to a simple and local level.
You've spent months and months consuming vast quantities of raw milk, and I'm just curious about your experiences with that.
I feel fantastic. In fact, there's actually nothing better for me. At first, the thought of tasting the milk right from the cow's udder when I was milking in the morning was a little squeamish to me. But here on this farm, we're creating lots of live foods that have all of these beneficial bacteria in them. It's good to have bacteria in your gut. We should probably have more than what some people do because they've been eating these sterile foods, these unalive foods.